Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the part 2 of this collective reading. You are a blessing. And here we were speaking about, in the first one, I ended with the divine masculine going through very important emotions. He is basically trying to understand that whatever happened in his life was actually good because it has led him to be able to recognize what true love and peace is, and he is able to attract his divine counterpart. And in this process, on the other side, the feminine also had her own set of experiences. This masculine has completely surrendered to the love of the feminine as he can now recognize he has got discernment. He can differentiate between karmic and a divine feminine. Any woman who has divine feminine qualities, he can recognize that easily, but his own divine counterpart he can recognize fully now, and he is telling her that whatever you want to do, you do it in the mission as well as in life or in anything. I accept you and I will follow your footprints. I will walk and I will stop at your will. And whatever you tell me. In the last part, I also spoke about how these two, masculine and feminine, are now in a state, they are so ascended that even in the dream state, they cannot look for any other relationship or any other person. They are so conscious. Sometimes in dream state they may not remember about the divine counterpart, but for their own selves they are very much sure of love. So if somebody is sent to them in the dream state also as a lover, as a partner, they are not going to be with that person for any other reason, any worldly reason, but just simple chit chat. So it could be possible that the divine beings could be intervening at that point in time. Sometimes there is a parallel reality experience that is created even in the dream state world where you can witness or you can view yourself. You are the same person, but you can view yourself in a different setup. You probably have the same parents, the same father, the same mother, and yet things will be a bit different. And God wants you to see yourself in that particular reality. If you make certain choices, this is what happens. And sometimes we regret a lot that had I done this, in this manner or this way, then today maybe my life would not be the same. When you think like that and you're doing true inner work and you're a godly person, you're a good person, and you're going through this type of pain or confusion, then also God can make you feel very fulfilled and happy. And at the same time, God will make you feel like you need to question why you are having these regrets, because guilt, regret, doubts, these are all low frequency energies and they usually attack the lower three chakras. The masculine and feminine are very well trained to protect themselves against evil eye or black magic or dark spells or negative focus of other people. It could have been possible that in the past they were attacked by these demonic entities or energies. But now, due to their inner work, due to their understanding of energy, we are all here to understand energy. And at the end of the day, when you go through a problem and when you heal from it and you look back at all the pain you went through, that time you don't feel bad about anything. Because when you heal fully and when you learn why you were experiencing that pain, you don't see it as anything bad. In fact, a lot of people then say, thank God I went through that experience. Thank God I had that toxic relationship. Otherwise, I won't be doing this today. They feel so disassociated and detached from all of it. It's just like a butterfly. When the butterflies become a butterfly, it doesn't look back at herself or itself, himself or herself, and feel like, oh, why was I transforming and why was I going through this transitioning phase? It was so painful, it was so negative. For the butterfly, it's simply a process from being a caterpillar and then becoming a butterfly. I saw this really cool meme once where on a table a butterfly and caterpillar were talking to each other, and of course the caterpillar had no clue that after some time it would also turn into a butterfly. I really like that meme, but on top of it, it says that you cannot have butterfly talks with caterpillar people. So sometimes when we also are transitioning, we don't understand a lot of things the way we should understand it, but only when the process is over, we have learned something and the download is fully complete. So, to get the download, a lot of people have to go to the higher frequency and then come back to the lower frequency and practically apply it. This divine masculine and feminine have waited for each other for a long time. And they feel that now you are safe in my heart. There was this whole process that I had to go through to understand why even we were separated, why this whole separation happened to us. Actually, there is no separation, but we go to planet Earth, all of us human beings, we go to planet Earth, especially for the experience of pain, suffering, misery, to understand it. Even if Vishnu and Lakshmi, who are the preservers of this realm, when they also reincarnate on earth, they also choose very difficult templates and difficult lifestyles and patterns. It's not easy for them, but they are going through it with a smile on their faces because they want to understand that how is it making me feel right now. Okay, I'm feeling like this, XYZ, whatever the label is for that emotion. So this is how normally somebody else would respond, or I would have responded, or this is how I'm supposed to act in this situation. Overall, this channeling is talking about the healed state of masculine and feminine, where they are both very peaceful, they are one with their true selves, and they've learned how to be protected from negativity, negative energy, demonic attacks. And they are saying to each other that I will keep up to my promises, I will be connected with you always, and I will always be yours. And I feel personally, as a channeler, I feel that this is happening because the feminine is now fully committed to source. Every time the feminine would forget about her inner work or forget about source, she would be completely lost in the energies, the 3D energies, or even the masculine's gaze or his energy. Usually it would lead to a runner chaser dynamic. No matter where the feminine would go in terms of her inner work, every time she gets attached with the masculine runs away. And now, when the masculine is saying all these things to her, and she also feels that it's a very permanent kind of thing, is because she is not gonna ignore her inner work, she is not gonna ignore her mission, she is not gonna ignore herself. She has realized that whenever she prioritizes source integration, everything is hunky dory with the feminine, between the feminine and masculine. But every time she stops doing that and all her focus goes to the masculine, it results in disaster and separation. So basically, how they are unified is when she's unified with source, automatically the masculine is unified with her. Both the masculine and feminine are also on the same page. So I know that a lot of people are going to give credit to the feminine, but usually feminine also, it's all divine timing of course, is going to attract the masculine like a mirror, the masculine energy in unified form. The feminine is going to attract the masculine energy in the unified form when she realizes that nothing is in control. So it's best to relax because nothing is in control any which way. So why do we have to do it on and off all the time otherwise? And this thing does not happen in a day or two. Some people get impatient because they get the knowledge, they understand it theoretically, but practically when they try to apply it, it's not easy because the mind keeps sending lots and lots of messages in the form of negative voices. The mind is full of tricks. The mind is a trickster. And they both realize that in order to get through to these levels, to figure it out like a video game, this simulation, we need to just let go. How you win this game is by letting go. As the feminine bows down to worship Source and be devoted to Source, and everything is coming into a standstill and everything is stopped around Source. She's not worried about people, she's not worried about the world. She's completely in her core signature frequency energy. Then the masculine says to her that you are my blessing, you are my connection, you are my divine counterpart, and I will do whatever you say. If you say sit, I will sit. If you say walk, I will walk. If you say stop, I'll stop. I will follow you, everything, all your commandments. Literally, he sounds like a genie, as if she has the magic lamp and he is the genie from the magic lamp and he says, your wish is my command. Now, I also want to talk about magical stuff here. The magical stuff happens in your solar plexus. The magic portion for all twin flames is solar plexus mantra. The more you chant solar plexus mantra, the more you see the magic within and then outside. I can talk about this magic of solar plexus mantra. I can talk about the Ram mantra. I can talk about it endlessly. But I know that till the time twin flames don't get aligned with their chakras, their energy body doesn't work. The divine feminine and masculine is actually Ida and Pingala Nadi. So when your Ida and Pingala Nadi is not in union, because the Shushmana is blocked, because all the chakras are not giving energy, chakras are doing their job as always. The ego creates the illusion that we are not aligned with the chakras. So whosoever is drinking this magic potion every day, the solar plexus mantra, is bound to enjoy this love and union between the masculine and feminine. For personal readings, for therapies, check out the description box and connect with me. If you're from India, then you have to write to me to get my details. But first you go through everything. Once you're 100% sure, only then write to me. And kindly do not tell me anything in advance about you, whether it is therapy or whether it is reading. Don't tell me anything in advance, because I use intuitive tools and modalities, and many a times it's best that I'm not being told anything in advance, so that I can actually, of course, with the help of my masters, Source, and all of the benevolent spirit guides who are a part of this beautiful team and also helping with this collective reading, they are the ones who help out all the time. They are the ones who are doing it. I'm just a medium. I'm just the bridge. So I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.